ब्रह्मनाथ ओ शांति 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 स्वस्थ।
Hello students, in the previous class we discussed about the GMO, means the genetically modified organism. Means these are the organisms such as your bacteria, fungi, plants, animals, okay, which have the gene which is being altered by the gene manipulation, okay, and these are called the GMO or the genetically modified organism. Then we discussed what is transgene and what are the transgenic plants and animals. Transgene means the genes, the desired gene which is passed through is known as your transgene simply, and the plants and animals which have the transgenes are known as and are developed by the GMO technique is known as your transgenic plants and animals. Next we discussed completely about the BT crops. Then we discussed about after the BT crops we discussed the pest resistance plant. Next we discussed about the transgenic mouse, how the super mouse is being developed and how the various tests are being or research is being done. Next we discussed various applications of the transgenic animals. Next we discussed the farming, means the commercial use of the transgenic animals for the betterment or the which serve for the mankind. Okay, so this much, and after that also we discussed the animal cloning, and your first clone animal is your dolly. That one we have discussed in our previous class. Today we will discuss our next topic, that is your biosafety. Students, what do you understand by the term biosafety means? Bio means life, safety means taking some measures, or we can say taking some precautions by how we can give protection to our surrounding, means life or environment, or we can say how our ecosystem can be remained harmless. Okay, so that is biosafety. Means while doing any research in the laboratory, while doing any experiment in the laboratory, or any sort of research if we are doing, then due to that research or due to that laboratory work, it should not make harm to any organism surrounding it. It includes us, it includes the various organisms, various animals, and also it includes our environment or ecosystem. Okay, simply biosafety means we are doing a lot of researches, we are doing a lot of experiment, no problem with that, but it should not have a harm effect on the surrounding environment. It should not have an harmful effect on the surrounding ecosystem. It should not have a harmful effect on our surrounding animals, on our surrounding organisms, or even us. Even though the human beings which are conducting various experiment, various research, they also should be equally protected from various hazardous situation. Okay, so simply that is called your biosafety. Okay, so biosafety means we can say simply preservation of the biological integrity of an organism, okay, or the biological process and products from being lost. As I said earlier, biosafety means it is the preservation of the life before it get damaged, before it get any sort of harmful nature, or before it gets sort of any sort of, we can say, hazardous situation. So mainly the preservation of the life, okay, and taking some various measurements that we can protect the various organism, we can protect various our ecosystem from any hazardous situation. So simply that is known as your biosafety. Okay, It also protects the rights of the inventor, means it protects and gives the rights to the inventor, means such as I have discovered such a various biological process, such as suppose I have discovered a particular step or a particular process or a particular product, then biosafety also helps to giving me the rights of the inventor. Suppose I have discovered, then it also ensures the right of the discovery. As I have discovered it helps in giving us or providing us the rights. Okay, next, many international and the national or the international conference are also organized. Obviously, how the biosafety will be measured, will be taken, how what various steps we can take so that the biosafety can be ensured, how various means technique we can use, or we can say what are various measures we can use so that the various hazardous situation can be prevented, various harmful effect that is going in surrounding of the environment due to that research can be avoided. So that all things are being discussed in our various national and the international conference. Okay. And the most important one is your measures are being taken to prevent any risk to the plants, animals and the microorganisms, okay, from the transgenic organisms. Obviously, by developing various transgenic organisms, we are doing a lot of research, we are doing a lot of laboratory work, so that various measures should be taken so that due to those transgenic animals, it should not get any harmful effect on various other organisms, on various other animals, or it also should not have any harmful impact on us, neither it should have any harmful impact on our ecosystem. So simply, biosafety is a measure by which we can simply say it provides safety or precaution or measurement to provide protection to the various organisms, or simply we can say to our ecosystem. Okay. Next, there are various convention, or we can say the conference are going on to provide the ensurety of the, we can say, the biosafety, such as we can say the convention on the biological diversity, or we can say the CBD, convention on biological diversity, or the CBD. It is dedicated to the promotion of the sustainable development, how the sustainable development can be occupied or done, and it was signed by 150 government leaders in the year 1992 in a worldwide meeting that was called the Rio Earth Summit. Okay, the CBD, or we can say the convention, or it is a form of conference, convention on the biological diversity, or we can say the CBD, it was basically helpful the promotion of the sustainable development, and also it was signed by 150 government leaders in the year 1992 at the Rio Earth Summit. Okay, next, one important short notes is there, that is called a Cartagena Protocol on the biosafety. Means what? Protocol means strictly some rules should be followed. Protocols means simply rules. How various rules we can provide, how various rules we can take, how various measures or steps we can take so that we can ensure 100% biosafety, or we can at least maximum level of biosafety. That is known as a Cartagena protocols. Means what are the various rules that have been provided so that you can provide maximum number or maximum percentage of ensure maximum percentage of the biosafety. Okay, so what is Cartagena Protocol on Biodiversity? So it is an international agreement. Okay, remember, it is an international agreement established by the CBD, known as your Convention on Biological Diversity. Okay, as a draft protocol. In which year it was done? In the year 1995. Okay, on the biosafety, as I said earlier, on the biosafety. So what are its various aim? What are its various aim? Obviously, the main aim is that of the Cartagena Protocol is to ensure the biosafety. So ensure safe handling, use and transport of the modified organism. As I said earlier, while doing various research, while doing various lab work, while working on the various modified organisms, we should ensure safety so that it should not give or should not do any harm to our biological surrounding. It may be us, it may be various animals, or it may be our ecosystem. So first point is there, it ensures the safety of the surrounding biological we can say products, or we can say the biological organisms, or us, or our ecosystem, so that it should not have any harmful impact from the transgenic animals or plants. Okay. It was in the year 2000 it was agreed or adopted as an international agreement. Okay, it was established by the CBD in the year 1995, but in 2000 it was adopted as an international agreement. Okay, it could be your 1 mark objective, please remember. So as of now we discussed the biosafety, what is simply biosafety, and the various conference, that is your convention on the biological diversity, CBD, also we discussed. Then also we discussed the Cartagena protocol on the biosafety. Okay, please note down. Students, now come to your next important term, that is your biopiracy. Simply, piracy means what? Simply, piracy means, you know, that it is of stealing something, stealing someone's idea, stealing someone's technique, stealing someone's technology for my benefit. Okay, means, or we can say, if someone has discovered something and I am using that technique or using that technology without his or her concern, and I am using it for my commercial purpose, I am using it for my commercial benefit, then that is called your biopiracy. Okay. You might have listened the terms, the pirated CDs, cassettes that are being available in the market. Means how? Means suppose in a film production, you can say the film is authorized to provided to be displayed on the various authorized theaters. But you know already, means on the very next day the movies that comes on the internet, or we can say in the form of the CD, means how this comes? These are the pirated forms. They use that product or that film or the cinema without the concern of that producer of that film, without any giving compensation to that film producer, but they are using that film for their benefit. They are using that commercial, that product for their commercial. Exactly like that. If any product or if any biological processes which are being used, or we can say which are being used, or the technical or the technology or the technique that has been stolen by someone, or even though the various multinational companies also, means they are stealing the technique, the technology or the biological products from various countries or particular person without his or her knowledge, and then using them for their millions, billions of property, or millions of billions of the profit that they income. So this is called biopiracy. Okay, means stealing someone's technique or technology related to the biological process, biological product, it may be your various multinational company, without the concern of his or her knowledge, or we can say without his or her knowledge, they are using their product. Means the various multinational companies are using their products to income their profit, or we can say to income millions and billions of the profits. Okay, so we can simply say biopiracy, use of the bioresources, as I said, by the multinational companies and other organization without the proper authorization from the countries and the peoples, okay, and concerned without compensatory payment. As I said earlier, the various multinational company use the various techniques, use various technology from a particular country or from a particular person without his or her knowledge, and also they use for their millions and billions of profit, and they don't even give a compensatory payment to also the person who invented it or the person who discovered it. Okay, so that is called a biopiracy. Next, why the biopiracy is there? It is means an unauthorized publication or the reproduction of the, we can say, the another material. Means suppose a person has discovered something, or we can say invented a particular biological product or biological technique. Another multinational company steal the technology and authorized on his name. Okay, so this authorization is, we can say, an unauthorized segment, or we can say it is an illegal segment. Okay, so that is why it is called it means an unauthorized publication, okay, or reproduction of various another materials. Okay, so what are various aspects are there under the biopiracy? There are basically three aspects are there. One is your intellectual aspect, then your resource, last one is your economy. Okay, these are various aspects. Okay, so first one is your intellectual piracy. Intellectual piracy means what? Suppose, for example, as we will take that we know that the turmeric, neem, these are our products. Obviously, from the thousand years ago, our Muni Rishis are using the turmeric, the neems. Actually, we have that patent. Actually, we have that rights that we have discovered. But in modern form, they use various form product of the turmeric. They use various product of the neem, and they distribute in the market for their commercial use. And they say that they have invented that, we can say they have that patent because they have discovered that neem is responsible for curing various diseases, or haldi or turmeric is used for curing various diseases. Okay, so that false claim comes under the intellectual piracy. See, the false claim to the novelty and the invention, even though the knowledge has evolved in the ancient time, as I said now. Okay, next is a resource piracy. Resource piracy means, first I will tell you, diverts the scarce resource to monopoly control of the corporation, thus depriving the community and the indigenous practitioners. Means suppose I have this product, or I have these biological resources. Okay, another property, and I have no concern with that how it is going on and how it is being carried out. I have no idea, means I'm busy in somewhere. Suppose another person, or we can say another multinational company, steal my product or using my some sort of resources for his or her benefit illegally. So that resource that he is being illegally using my technique, my technology, that is called your resource biopiracy. Okay, next is your economic piracy. Obviously, suppose first I will tell you, creates market monopoly. Monopoly means what? Monopoly means, always remember, monopoly means, suppose I have invented this thing, means I have only right to distribute or to sell this product in the market. These have no alternative, means it have no competitive in the market. I am the owner, I may increase the rates, I may decrease the rates. If there should be various competition, then in the market of the competition I should decrease the rate so as to get the benefits. But as I am alone this product, no other one have the knowledge to create this product, so I can increase the product for my concern, I can decrease my product as if my wish. So that is called the monopoly. Monopoly means, you understood? Okay, so see, economic piracy means the create market monopolies and excludes original inventor, okay, rightful share to local and international market. Suppose this is a product that I have been discovered, or I have been invented simply, or biological product or process or something. But if some other marketing or the other multinational company steal my product, steal my technique, steal my technology, and then he used to create more and more number of products, and he used to sell those in the market in a very cheap price, then will I get the benefit from those? No. No one will buy my things, because why they will give me the high price even though they are getting the same product in a very low price? That is called an economic piracy. Okay, so it creates market monopolies and excludes original inventor and the rightful share to the local international market. Means I am not getting even my share. I am not getting any compensation, even though my products are not being selling, because my products are being my products, they steal my products technique, they steal my products technology, and they are selling it at a very low price, then why the people will buy my product as on the very high price? They can buy the same product in a very low price from the other company. That is called the economic piracy. Okay, so simply piracy means stealing of the various, biopiracy means stealing of the biological product, biological technique, or the biological process. Okay. So as of now, we discussed what is the biopiracy and the various aspects of the biopiracy, that is your intellectual, then the resources, and the economic biopiracy. Okay, please note down. Students, now we'll discuss some sort of piracy, biopiracy of the various products that are actually belonged or have the proper right of the India, or the proper patent means having the right of the India. The US was always tried to steal our products such as your neem. Obviously the neem, the haldi, these are our means traditional, our dadimas, we can say the ghar ka nuska, means to, if you are having some sort of, we can say, fever, or if you are having some sort of cold, or if you are having some sort of wound, then dadi maa ka nuska. Obviously these are present, the neem, the use of neem, the use of turmeric, these are from our traditional use, these are used being from our ancient uses, from the thousand of years ago. Okay, but the USA always want to steal our product such as your neem, or we can say the turmeric. They used to tell that they discovered first that the neem is beneficial for various diseases. They used to say that the haldi is, they discovered that it is useful for healing some wounds, or some also various other diseases also. So that is why they always want to steal the product and name it or patent according to their country name. But in accordance to the time, always the patent always been given to the India, or we can say that patent has been revoked every time, sometime by the EPO and sometime by our CSR New Delhi. Okay, so first we'll discuss the biopiracy of the neem. So the patenting means giving the rights of the seed oil from the Indian neem, okay, by the, we can say, the US Department and the W.R. Grace Columbia in 1992. It was a case of the biopiracy. They used to say that they discovered that neem is responsible for curing various diseases, and they used to have that patent. But this patent was evoked by the EPO, or we can say in May 2000, the European Patent Office, which is the main patent office, revoked that patent. Okay. Next, the biopiracy of the haldi. In the March 1995, the University of the Mississippi Medical Center in the USA had taken patent on the turmeric powder as a wound healing, as I said earlier. But that patent was also revoked in August 1997 by the objection of the CSR New Delhi. Okay, means always US is being trying consistently to, we can say, these are the case of the, you can tell me, these are the case of which piracy? Are they the case of the case of the resource piracy, economic piracy, or intellectual piracy? Mostly we can say it is the case of the intellectual piracy, because these products are there from the ancient times, but they are saying that they discovered that this particular product is now responsible to cure a particular disease. But that treatment is there from the ancient times, and our India belongs to that patent. Our India is the country who discovered that the neem, that the turmeric, that the haldi is responsible to cure a particular disease. Okay. So next is your biopiracy of the basmati rice. But in case of the basmati rice, now also the patent the US have the patent, as the, we can say, in 1997 an American company got the patent right on the basmati rice through the US Patent and Trademark Office. How they get this? They developed a new form of means we can say product or the basmati product by crossing the Indian basmati and the semi-dwarf property of the rice. Because we know that the above 2 lakh type of the rice are present, but the basmati rice we have only 20, and the basmati rice actually we have the patent. We are the main discoverer, we are the main inventor of the basmati rice. But this patent is still now not revoked or not cancelled. Okay, so biopiracy means simply we can say stealing of someone's product, stealing of someone's biological process or technique or technology and using for their commercial use. Now we discussed the biopiracy of neem, the biopiracy of haldi, and also we discussed the biopiracy of basmati rice, in which the US allows to sell a new variety of basmati rice in US by crossing the Indian basmati plus the semi-dwarf rice. Okay, or the semi-dwarf variety simply we can say. Okay, so now write down the biopiracy of neem, biopiracy of haldi, and the biopiracy of basmati rice. Okay, please note down. Now come to your next topic, that is your biopatent. First we discussed the biosafety, then we discussed the we can say the biopiracy. Now we discuss the biopatent. Patent means simply you know that it is the we can say it is concerned to the someone particular's right. So suppose I have invented this particular thing, this particular biological product. Okay, suppose I have invented a particular step or particular technique, then that rights, that authorized should be of mine, that the patent should be given to me. That thing is nothing but a patent. Means a person who invented a process or a biological product or any technique, that patent, the rights should be given to that particular person. If any person want to sell it in the market, because it have the marketing strategy also, only just inventing a thing that doesn't mean that you can sell it. For selling also there should be a marketing strategy. But as the products belong to me and any other company want to sell it and worldwide or sell throughout his various contact, so he will take my product and sell. But he have to give me the royalty, he have to give me the we can say the rights, and he have to also give me some sort of we can say some compensatory or some sort of share. That is simply called the biopatent. Okay. So it is an official right from a government granting for an inventor, okay, granting an inventor the sale monopoly. As I said earlier, I am the I am the responsible for the production of this product, means I have the monopoly. No one's other in the market don't know how to produce this. So I have the monopoly. I can increase the rate, I can decrease the rate, if I have the monopoly. So I have the particular right on this product. Okay, so that is called the biopatent. The sale monopoly to make and sell a particular thing or article, okay, or article for a definite period, means for a definite period, for a definite time, the government has granted a person of a right of a particular product. So that whenever in the whole world, if this product is being used in the commercial use, then the company or the person who is using this product should give the royalty, should give the compensation, should give the share to that person who had discovered or invented this product. Okay. Next, how the various biopatents are being avoided. If someone discovered or invented various strains of the microorganisms, if someone had invented, means we can say or developed various genetically modified strains of the plants and animals, or it may have encoded various DNA sequences, or it may develop from the proteins various DNA sequences, or also it may have developed various biotic processes. So due to these four, basically, for the if he invented various strains of microorganisms or genetically modified strains of plants and animals, if he invented various, we can say, biotech processes, or the protein encodes the various biological, we can say, DNA sequences. So in that respect, or we can say in that matter, we means the bio patent is being awarded for, or we can say the right has been awarded for. Okay. Next, what are the various biopatent laws are there? Okay, the biopatent laws are, so there are various biopatent laws, so that a person should ensure that he or she have the particular right. Anyone cannot violate those laws, or we can say if anyone violate those laws, or we can say use a particular product in or without or his or her consent, then the person or the marketing the international market who is using this product without his or her consent, they will be punished. So there are various laws in accordingly which the biopatent are being followed. So the biopatents or the intellectual property rights or the IPRS are under the domain of the national laws. These are generally the national laws, or we can say these are under the domain national laws. The biopatent, or we can simply say the intellectual property rights. Intellectual property rights. Okay, next. The patent rights have been internationalized. Obviously, as I said earlier, as I have the rights of this product, means it is always in the internationalized, means wherever you go in the world, this product is always belong to me. Anyone want to sell this, he or she has to take permission of me, then he can use for the commercial purpose. So it is being internationalized. Next, the general agreement on the tariffs and the trade, that is your GATT. Always remember the full form. GATT means the general agreement on the tariff and the trade. Okay, in the material by mistakenly it is given the GATF. I think it is the GATT. As it is the general agreement on tariff and trade, it is GATT. Okay. Later on, it came under, the GATT came under the World Trade Organization, or we can say the WTO, in the January 1995. Okay, and under the biopatent law, all the members should be, or countries have to be frame their national IPR law, means we can say the intellectual property rights law, in agreement with the trade related intellectual property or rights, or we can say the TRIPRS. Always remember the full form. See how many full form we are getting. IPRS, intellectual property rights. GATT, general agreement on tariff and trade. World Trade Organization, WTO. Okay, WHO is there, World Health Organization. This one is a WTO, means World Trade Organization. Next, the TRIPS means the trade related intellectual property rights. Okay, so all the members or countries who have been they have to frame their national IPR law in agreement always with the TRIPS, or we can say the trade related intellectual property rights. Okay, so biopatent, as we discussed, means giving someone the proper authorization, giving someone a proper, we can say, right. If he has invented something, then in the whole world, wherever that product should be used, he or she should be given royalty for a particular age of time or a particular period of time. Okay, so as of now we discussed the biopatent, in which case the biopatents are being awarded, and also the various biopatent laws. Okay, please note now. Students, now come to your last part of the biotechnology, that is your Patent Act in the India and various cases that occur, the famous cases that occur under the Patent Act. India enacted the Patent Act in the year 1970, and it had the headquarter in the Kolkata in the West Bengal. Okay, in which various amendments also been carried out in the year 1999, 2002, 2005, and in the 2006. Okay, and the nodal center, okay, and the nodal center for the biosafety network is the, we can say, the Department of Biotechnology, Government of the India. Obviously, the patents of the Patent Act of in India, it also ensures the various rights of the biological process, biological product, techniques, technology to the particular person who invented it for a particular period of time. Okay, simple. The India, so we can say the Patent Act in India was enacted in India in the year 1970, having the headquarter in the, we can say, the Kolkata, West Bengal. Okay, and the nodal center for the biosafety network is the Department of the Biotechnology, Government of India. Okay, next, what is the significance? As you know all, it provides the monopoly to sell anything, or we can say if a particular person discover, or we can say invent something, a particular cell or gene or a particular process, then that particular product comes under his monopoly. Means he can only sell this product, or he can only give the permission to sell the product to any company or any other person. So what are the various significance? As I said earlier, it allows private monopoly rights over whatever it may be. He may be invented according to him, various cells or genes, developed some sort of cell or gene or various animals, etc. Okay, and it should be helpful for careful the providing the regarding the piracy. Means it helps to prevent the biopiracy. Means if someone's have the means authorized under the Patent Act in India, if someone have the patent under the Patent Act in India, then the biopiracy rate can be decreased in, we can say, in sort of, we can say, in much manner the biopiracy can be avoided. Okay, because if someone will violate the law of the, we can say, the biopatent, then he or she will be get punished. So if someone is is under the Patent Act, then the other persons or other marketing companies will fear from stealing the various technology, process or various product. Okay, so the two significance: provide the private monopoly, okay, rights over the cell, gene, animals, etc., and also it provides careful regarding the piracy. Next we'll discuss various important cases. Okay, the diamond versus, or we can say, the Chakraborty cases. Next, the neem patent case and the turmeric patent case. In the diamond versus Chakraborty cases, what happened? Dr. Anand Mohan Chakraborty has developed a superbug from the bacterium species called the Pseudomonas gens. According to the Dr. Anand Mohan Chakraborty, the superbugs basically eats the oil spills which scatters over the oceans, which may helps in contaminated free of the oceans. Okay. Next, the US law before 1980 did not grant patent on the life forms, because as he was researching on the life forms before 1980, he was a US based scientist. Okay, so before 1980 US was not providing the Patent Act, means the permission to research on the life forms or to grant patent on the life forms. But Apex Court in the 1980, this case gone in favor to the Chakraborty, and as he won the case, and now the case is being solved. Okay, next, patent case. Okay, as we discussed in our earlier studied about the neem cases and the turmeric cases, as the neem and the turmeric have the real patent of the India, but always the US have been tried to have the patent in its name, but always it have been revoked, the patent has been revoked. So in the neem patent, what happens? The multinational agribusiness company that we know already, W.R. Grace of the New York, or we can say the United States Department of Agriculture, Washington DC, filed an European patent, okay, an European patent for the fungicidal use of the neem oil in the European Patent Office, or we can say the EPO. First patent. Next, the patent was granted. They filed the patent that the use of the neem oil they have discovered or they have invented, and it was, we can say, patent. The patent was agreed, but granted. But Dr. Vandana Shiva of Research Foundation of Science and Technology and National Resource Policy, New Delhi, filed a legal opposition to grant of patent in EPO. Okay, by which it was revoked. Means before the use of the neem oil has been patented, or the patent had been granted by the EPO, or the European Patent Office, but it also been granted. But Dr. Vandana Shiva of the Research Foundation for Science and Technology National Resource Policy had filed against to grant the patent of the EPO. Okay, they filed the case against these companies so that the patent should be granted, or we can say withdrawal from that EPO belonging the US. We can say the WR Grace of New York, United States of Department of Agriculture, Washington DC. Okay, and also the case came forward to in the case favor of the Vandana Shiva. Next is your turmeric patent case. Obviously, we also discussed that the turmeric patent case, in the turmeric patent case also we discussed that the use of turmeric is our traditional use. We are using it from the ages, or we can say thousands of years of ages we are using it. Okay, so what happened in the turmeric case? In the 1995, the USA lab granted a patent to the medical center, as we discussed, University of Mississippi, okay, in the USA. But CSI New Delhi, which is one of the Central Research Center in New Delhi, objected this, and this patent was cancelled finally in the 1997. Okay, so through over the ages, always the presiding countries, or we can say basically the US countries, try always to steal others' technique, to steal others' technology by the means of the biopiracy, and they want to patent that product on according to their name. But by casing various files, by filing various cases, always we have won the cases. Okay. So as of now, we discussed the various patent act in India, what is significant, and various cases such as the Diamond versus Chakraborty case, neem patent case, and the final the turmeric patent case. Okay. So students, today we discussed first the biosafety, means simply the safety of the organisms, means while using some research or some laboratory works, how we ensure that the various organisms or ecosystem should be kept safety. Then also we discussed about the biopiracy. We discussed biopiracy means the unauthorized use of a product or process, or without or his or her consent, by the various multinational company or by various other person for their commercial use. Next also we discussed the important term, that is your biopatent, in which a person which have if he have invented something or produced or we can say invented some sort of cells, genes, anything, or biotic processes, then that particular thing is being authorized, or we can say that he or she have the particular right under his name. Means if someone has produced this product, so this product always belong to that person only. Wherever the market it goes into the market for the selling purpose also, always the royalty should be given to him for a definite particular time. Okay, so it comes under the biopatent. And also we discussed that the Patent Act in India, which was enacted in the year 1970, headquartered having in Kolkata, West Bengal. And also next we discussed its significance, various cases, Diamond versus Chakraborty case, the neem patent case, and final the turmeric patent case. Okay. So students, by this we came to an end of the complete your zoology second year course. Students, once again I am telling, now we came to end of the complete second year course of the zoology. Okay. Now onwards we will have live revision classes. Okay, so be prepared, go through all of the videos once again. Okay, and as always I will say, that's all for today. We will meet in our next class. Thank you.